Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Storm King's Thunder, Week 6, Chapter 6. I'm your host, BradWOTO. I've just flown across the world, and I don't know how to speak. Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'll give you all a little recap as to what happened last week, even though it was a sort of slight side quest for the group. The affluent Austin Marie was not here, and therefore Savari took a very small detour in and this is what happened for your character as well, Austin.
Okay.
You sat down with a couple of dwarves, sang them a few songs, shared the campfire, and hung out for a while the other three got robbed by some rat folk. And they had to track down the little tiny sort of humanoid rats back to their little lair, where you essentially went in, slaughtered them all, and got your stuff back, as well as a few more gold coins, only to have the whole place brought down around your ears by one of the rats, and then you managed to escape. But you found yourselves at Brin, Shander, which is a very northern town. I was about to say city, but it's not really. It's a sort of trading post kind of area at the center of 10 towns. And you guys managed to get inside the town. So you're basically just inside the town walls where Savari was waiting for you, waving.
And I think she's really hungover. Like, I just
is that what we're channeling?
In the 4 hours we were gone.
Weirdly enough, everyone in Brin Shander looks really tired and discombobulated. And
they're gonna fit in just fine then.
Yeah, they went to her party last night.
They all look kind of tired, like maybe Brin Shander was picked up, flown 11 hours west, and put down, and then told DM within minutes of landing.
But they're all drinking energy drinks, so they're fine. Energy potion.
They've all got.
They don't know whether or not to tip their Uber Eats driver or not.
Unregulated energy drink. So that was just a quick recap of last week. Essentially, what the group are doing, you're here to deliver a message from somebody in Nightstone to somebody in Brin Shander.
Morak, wasn't it?
That's where we're at. Yeah.
Sure.
So we'll do some little hellos. It was a very quick what's it, Majoggy? I just need to set up a couple more things, Chase.
Yeah,
so I'll just hand the reins back to
Hey, guys.
you while I try and set up.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hey, guys. How was Canada, Austin?
Oh, it was real good, eh?
Yeah?
No,
there is.
I had poutine with Canadian bacon, obviously, and maple syrup on it, and it was amazing. And I got it twice.
Is poutine all it's cracked up to be?
Well, I finally had like proper poutine, because I had some, but a lot of the places, even in Vancouver, were like, we use mozzarella. And I'm like, no. I want squeaky cheese curds. And so I finally had like the proper squeaky cheese curds kind.
I had proper poutine in St. Louis.
I should point out that I despise cheese curds. I think they're disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like when you bite into them and you hear as you're chewing. It's weird.
I love that.
It's disgusting to me.
It's awesome.
It's all melted together though, so it's just like
they don't
No,
melt.
it doesn't melt properly.
Cheese curds do not melt. That's the difference.
Mozzarella does. That's why people use it.
Yeah. Cheese curds are like actual, just like it'll be chunks of like
it's
squeezed
gross.
cheese.
I am telling you, if you put it all in there and mush it all about.
No,
You get like one of those potato mashers and just get in there and start working it.
But enough to where it's not like a cube that's also warm.
Yeah. Well, that's
Like,
usually what it
so
amounts
hot,
to,
though.
unfortunately.
But it's
Poutine is... It's funny because actually most of the Americans I've met, they tell me like poutine would be disgusting to them, but I don't understand it because it's fries, gravy, and cheese. Like it seems like it'd be
everything
right up your guys' alley. Like it's everything you guys love.
It was so much better.
It was mashed potatoes with gravy.
And a little bit of cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
But people don't see it that way. They think French fries are somehow not still potatoes.
And yet we have chili cheese fries in the States, and no one bats an eye at that. Like
Or supreme fries at Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yeah, or we eat Taco Bell in general.
Supreme fries at Taco Bell though, that's like a of sour cream, and then they put like 2 chives on top, and they're like, $9 more.
Yeah. That's when you get a fancy night at Taco. That's date night at Taco Bell.
That's date night at Taco Bell.
Date night. That's like when
Dude,
you
I've,
put up.
I've done a Valentine's Day night at Taco Bell. I have no shame.
Have you really?
Yeah, dude. It was like 4 a.m. I saw her for like a month, so it wasn't anything serious. Like, I'm not taking you to Olive Garden. It's Taco Bell this year, okay?
No unlimited bread.
It's probably like I disagree. You were dancing for a month. It's like, hey, fucking, let's go. Like Red Robin, any place to be Taco Bell.
Dude, it was 3 in the morning.
Okay.
You can't really.
Valentine's at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Well, we were only seeing each other for a month, man. What do you think we were seeing each other for?
Jenga, right?
Yeah, it was Jenga, man. It was
Jenga?
kids.
It was Jenga, yeah.
The
Jenga.
sex is bad, then it'll kill you.
Jenga.
Don't do it.
How was your guys'
Pregnant and
weeks?
you'll die.
You enjoying Skyrim, T-Rex? You
Yeah,
enjoying
man.
it?
I am cosplaying my cat in Skyrim. It's great.
Are you?
What?
God damn it.
So you're a full-on Khajiit?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I gotta find Skooma, man. I gotta find the Skooma.
Khajiit didn't do it.
I love Khajiit.
I imagine that's exactly how his cat talks to him too. Who pissed on the bed?
Give me food now.
My cat doesn't respond to people. My cat has what I call resting buns face, where
Oh.
it's resting bitch face, but it has buns, and she just stares at you with just the blankest look ever.
Okay.
Like
Oh.
nothing happening, and
Yeah.
then it's so yeah.
Dude.
That's why my emote.
Yeah.
My emote got redone, the base for T buns, and then I asked her when she was redoing it. I was like, it's gonna make no sense, but can you make my cat's face bitchier? I'm like, it's not conveying the normal resting buns face.
It's not bitchy enough.
It's not bitchy enough. Now it's better. It's bitchy enough, I think now.
I get the same look from Flynn. He's got that, like, I call it his like stupid fucking face because he just sits there like, duh. But then he, like, you know, he bows his head and looks at you, and it, like, literally from the angle, it looks like he wants to murder you, but he's just waking up from a nap. That's,
What a nugget.
dude, what a nugget. That's a way to describe it. Is special edition actually like an improvement, or is it?
I mean, I bought it on console mainly because like on PC you can already mod it and stuff, so I didn't think it'd be that different. I enjoy it. I crashed the game for the first time today, and that was fun. Made a really interesting noise doing it.
Oh yeah, because when a game crashes on Xbox, doesn't it do like the time mode like?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the audio, it just got compressed and then repeated like a million times.
Yeah. Oh
And-
man.
That's a feature.
It definitely
It's
scared
not
me.
a
'cause I
bug.
was
It's a
very-
feature.
If that happened when you first were dead.
So, no, I actually I foosed somebody back and then I shot them, and as the arrow hit them, it just.
Oh my
And-
god.
Wow.
I've had
I'm
that
glad
happen on
you
PC.
did it too
I
much.
spawned in 10,000 dragons on my PC, and they all roared at once, and it was like, "Rah!" And then just like continued for 10 minutes, and I couldn't close the game.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
your life now.
It crashed my
Right.
exploit, I think. It was that bad.
It's still going.
It's still running to
To
this
this
day.
day.
But yeah, I can play it on PC because like I think that you get it for free, like
Yeah,
the legendary
yeah.
edition, if you own the previous deal, which I do. I own everything on PC. But I was like, hey, I think like the actual differences you'll see on console because you can
Yeah.
still like
Yeah.
mod to hell and it looks brand fucking new anyway. So
That
Although I would
and
like to play it with the mods and have it not crash every 5 minutes.
that's why you do it on console, because everything is a little more
those are
stable.
approved.
Yeah, they're a little more stable on console. So you're like, I know this is gonna
Yeah,
work.
but like touching a console is just, I'd have to wash my hands so much afterwards.
You disgust me as a human being. You
Oh,
disgust
man,
me.
it must suck not being able to play so many good games.
Yeah.
Because
That's the thing, is I actually love consoles. I just don't have, I've got my Wii U. Like, I've got.
to make it even worse, I would never touch a PS4 and Xbox.
But I have my Wii. That's important.
I just really like Splatoon, so
I've done my
Really?
Facebook game.
Bro.
I have Bejeweled Blitz. Brad, what do you think? You good?
Candy Crush, excuse me.
Sorry, guys. Brad got moved across the world by PewDiePie, and he's now trapped in LA for the next 3 years.
Yeah. It's not 3 years.
Please
It's
save
3
him.
weeks. So
Might as
it's
well be.
three- It'll be
I'm
three-
Actually, really quick, we should touch on that. Since Brad is in LA for the next 3 weeks here, guys, the next 2 sessions, they are kind of on a crazy cyclical scale. We have no idea if it's going to happen. It might not.
we should be
We have no
fine.
clue. Cyclical is
Today's
not the
one
word I
was-
wanted to use, but
Today's one was the most precarious balanced thing that almost didn't happen. But it's happening. I have one tiny laptop screen, this horrible echoey room, which hopefully we'll all go away next week. We'll see.
You're fine.
You're gonna burn the apartment down, aren't you?
I might have to do that. Just
Echo's gone.
wait. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, everything might go insanely wrong, but I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. Can you hear the music as well, by the way, guys? Because
I can. Yeah.
everything is changed. It's okay level-wise and stuff.
Yeah. Should be fine. I think I have to turn it down on my end.
Blow everyone's ears out suddenly.
Really quick, everyone in the chat, tell me how the music is currently compared to their voices while we're talking. Thanks. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm ready to enter Brin Shander, and
Cool.
I have a thing of tools that I need to repair.
Question:
You have a
Did
bunch of
we
stuff.
have a short rest between last time and now? For those who did play.
Okay.
No, I think we just got out.
Yeah, so you'll still be on whatever you've got, but you've got some time to muck around in Brin Shander, so that will probably.
I feel fine. It was mainly for the people who got their asses handed to them.
Yeah, you'll probably
Definitely
spend-
not me.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
scared.
Don't worry. I only
We still need to tell Zavari about that.
And then you took 3 daggers to the ass.
Straight to the
Unless you
chest,
walk right in and
actually.
attack someone.
3 daggers to the ass.
Yeah. Listen, man, I had to uphold a certain set of morals, okay?
Yeah, by killing an innocent guy at the end of there.
And giving the enemy a weapon.
We don't
Yeah,
talk
it was-
about no innocents were killed in last week's session. It did not happen.
If you say so.
No paladin vows were broken. None.
Who did
Chat,
you touch? Who did you touch? Show me where the paladin touched
He
you.
actually yelled at somebody, and he yelled so hard they died.
I mean, that was essentially kind of what it was, yeah.
Okay.
He yelled at him, and he died because of you.
We were running out of a cave that was crumbling, and I commanded them to sit, and I realized that they were innocent as they got crushed by rocks. So, or actually, we think they got crushed by.
Killed by last week.
Yeah, we don't know if they got killed. So right now, Gideon just thinks.
Yeah, but it looked like they'd probably been crushed under hundreds of pounds of rock.
they
But
better
no,
be
it
crushed.
was cinema magic. They're fine. It's
Yeah, I'm sure if they could do magic, they would have just stayed there.
Oh
This is
no!
gonna be the sassiest session with
Yeah.
like tired Brad.
Oh man, yeah, this is the most dangerous. It's
the
the only other times that I've ever done D&D when I've been like this level of tired, or
Everyone's-
like equal levels of tired to angry, which is I'm not angry, but tired can equal angry. People have died.
Oh.
This is when I'm like, and the giant comes in, and you know what? You're an idiot for standing in front of it. It's gonna stand on you. You know, like.
Well, no combat today, guys. Only RP. All right, we're
Yeah.
avoiding combat.
Avoid everyone who looks at you shifty in Brin Shander.
All right.
Don't stub your toes, Ivor.
Yeah. Take us in, I guess.
All right, so you guys are in Brin Shander. I'm sorry about this. Is going to be a lot of me going and it's me clicking through the multitude of fucking tabs that is normally spread over multiple screens. Brin Shander. Let's head on down. So Brin Shander, what you see before you, we sort of described it last week, but because it was a kind of half non-canon, I don't know what it is, half session side quest type thing. I'll explain again. It's essentially just a circular kind of walled town. There's not like a huge, great big Attack on Titan looking wall, but it is that kind of an aesthetic in terms of it being kind of circular, and it's up on a hill. It's the largest of 10 settlements in the area, known as the 10 towns, inside of the Icewind Dale area. So everything around you is frozen, snowy, cold, awful. And I think all of you are in just kind of normal traveler's clothes, common clothes, so you're probably all fairly cold. Depending on your con stats, which for most of you is all right, but Sabari, you might want to buy a coat. Because it's cold in Brin Shander.
Okay.
But not unbusy. There's lots of caravans which come and go and converge here because it's very much a sort of trading post for these 10 settlements and the general surrounding area. So as you're moving in through these 2 gates or 2 walls through underneath the gate, you will look around. There's Savari waiting for you guys. Savari, for the record, you just spent a little bit of time. It really was not a long time. It was a matter of maybe like an hour or so, I think. You spent it with 2 dwarves who were traders themselves. They were actually, roll me a d20. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
First roll of the night.
Okay.
Let's get some rolls down.
Crit fail.
Well, I remember how to DM for my discombobulated flight brain.
It's saying rolling the dice. It just says ... Oh, there it goes.
There it is. 11. That's good enough. Yeah, you now have a coat because they are.
Yes.
They are. You have a fur coat. It is not the greatest quality. It's not a high quality. It's a very common quality fur coat. So you can put common fur coat.
Okay.
Probably not worth a heck of a lot. But the 2 dwarves that you met were weavers and people that deal in trading of clothes and coats and materials of that kind of nature. So
Lucky.
I'm going to say that you spent some time playing some music with them. They offered you some food and stuff, and you hung out. And at the end of it, they said, "You look kind of cold, lady." And they gave you a nice, nice coat,
Sweet.
nice-ish coat. So I'm gonna allow that because that is genuinely what I wrote down for them. So why wouldn't they have given you a coat? They were nice people, and you were
No,
nice.
they loved Wonderwall.
And after you finished playing Wonderwall,
on loop for 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the
I threw in
100th
some All
time,
Star as well. Like, it's fine.
you started playing All Star, and then they were like, "Okay, bye." And so you got up and you
Please leave, man. Please
tried
leave.
tried to find your friends. As you head into town, they actually kind of round this corner into the main area of the town. On the map, can you guys see the bees? Or
There's no map right now.
There's a map?
Oh, there is no
Yeah,
map.
you've got us on the TableStory screen still.
Sorry, I flipped this over, but
There we go.
yeah. So you're just below B2 in front of the southwest gate as you come in. So you guys can meet up again.
There we go.
Around you again, there's kind of lots of traders, carts, people moving back and forth with all sorts. And there's probably as well a few people that you notice with like fish to sell, furs to sell, maybe some sell swords in the area as well. But it's mostly merchants trading everything from herbs and spices to wine and furs and fish. In front of where you are, there is a woman who has just finished greeting a lovely gnomish couple who run off into town, skipping hand in hand. And she turns to you. She has very bristly red hair, and on her large fur coat, she has what looks like golden kind of badge. What do you guys call it? Pin, which is in the shape of a kind of lion's head. Yeah, I mean, you guys, where do you guys want to go? She's kind of heading towards you, but she's not right next to you. And also, you guys are probably going to want to quickly say hi. On this kind of main road.
How attractive is she?
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
And we'll find out.
Get a hotness check going on. Roll for
Out
hotness.
of 20.
Do a perception check.
Do I get advantage on this hotness? Hold on.
No, you didn't.
I get advantage on this.
She is
That
so
is-
hot.
oh
She's
my
a
God.
human woman.
Oh my god. I want to walk up.
Wait, whoa,
So
he just rolled a 20. He didn't roll a
Oh,
d20.
you
Oh
just rolled
shit!
a
No,
20.
no, you're absolutely.
Oh, look at that! I rolled
You're
a crit.
absolutely right. Hold on. Roll
How much anyone
D20.
says
There we go.
your game.
Okay, she's still not bad then.
She's
My
still
bad.
Pretty damn hot.
My
yeah.
bad.
She's a 17 out of 20, as if you were Gideon to rate this human woman heading over towards where you are.
20.
But she's still kind of got a few steps to take.
I'm gonna like cut in front of them, and hello, my lady, and kind of like bow. You are as gorgeous as a meadow on a sunny day.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Whilst he's doing this, I just turn to bonus for how much do you want to bet he's going to touch her?
Oh God.
I kind of like palm like 2 silver in my hand and show it to him.
As she's heading over, she sees you. She she kind of chuckles to herself and looks down towards you and gives you a look. I mean, you lived on an island with a giant. You're missing an eye. You've been through the wars, really.
Just looking for love, man.
You guys probably all look fairly gaunt after being starved almost to death for 3 weeks and barely surviving that. So yeah, you probably don't look too great, but she gives you a fairly warm smile, but doesn't seem to like fully respond, I guess. Give me insight checks, everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Is she another killer? Am I gonna have to kill her?
Oh no.
Ma'am, do you have any snakes on you?
Ma'am, please show me your robes. I
On
want
a
to see your
scale of
sleeves.
1 to snakes.
Can you just
what
take
got?
off your clothes real quick?
We have to do a snake inspection. Not like that.
Gideon, yeah, you can probably tell that she doesn't seem to respond like in kind to your come on.
Okay.
But she sort of fairly warmly walks over and kind of laughs at you and bows her head to you and says, "Well met. Well, yeah, I suppose extra well met to you, Gideon."
Extra. That is an honor to be extra well met.
Is that her voice, by the way?
Yeah, that's her voice.
The knocking?
No, that's not coming.
No, I think fireworks are going off.
Oh. Wait, what? Okay.
Wait, what?
So anyways,
Where
I
are the
just
fireworks?
say extra one
Yeah.
one in honor, whatever I said.
Yeah, above you some fireworks go off from a nearby house.
Does that mean there's gunpowder in this world?
No, they're magic. They're the same. Did you ever seen Gandalf do that at the
Oh,
beginning?
man.
What's it?
Yeah, how do you think he made it?
Do
Magic.
you think he made it
Saltpeter
with-
and something
Magic.
else.
He made it out of magic. Jesus. What's wrong with you?
Don't spoil this for us.
All fireworks are made out of magic, Jay. Don't ruin it for the kids.
Sorry, kids.
She kind of steps back and takes in a breath and says, "Well, keep your fingers and your extremities under wraps, lest Aurel bite 'em off. Mind your tempers, and you'll be most welcome here. Brought goods to sell? Well, the market lies straight ahead. And craving a warm drink, may I recommend a drop of Firebeard's Fire Brandy, sold only at Kelvin's Comfort, located on your right as you enter the market square. Nice to meet you. I'm Augric Brighthelm." And she gives a little salute and a kind of bow.
I want to wink at her. She's cute. I want to just give her a little.
She may look
Wow.
nice, but she reminds me of my old grandmother.
My lady, that is a powerful statement. Are you the resident Duchess or just a paid advertisement?
She sort of chuckles and just says, "I just like meeting people for the first time and sort of giving them a speech as you come into town." And she points to the like lion-looking badge and says, "I'm actually a deputy."
The law.
Yeah, the law.
Nice to meet you. Well, I walk away.
Wait, hold on now. You're a part of the sheriff's department.
That's right.
Do you know where the sheriff is?
Sheriff Southwell.
The sheriff of Brin.
What do you need with him?
We came from, where did we come from?
Nightstone.
Nightstone.
You've come a long way.
A fellow dwarfling, he told me to give a message to the sheriff.
Oh, Sheriff Southwell. Her eyes kind of glaze over for a moment and then she snaps back here.
Back here, please.
Right, yeah. You'll probably find him at the town hall. That's usually where he is.
Town hall, right.
Yeah, big old building.
Thank you. Maybe we should go there tomorrow. After we go to the tavern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to partake in some Egreg.
I want that fire brandy.
You don't know what Egreg means, do you?
No.
It's The act of becoming or being drunk.
Oh, yes. I need something for my hangover.
Let's do it then.
Perfect.
How does she have a hangover?
It's a demon thing.
We just left the giant's castle.
Yo.
The dwarves gave her a drink that was so powerful it was
I've been
got her
starved.
Firesider, man.
and
For weeks.
Um,
My tolerance is nothing.
can I roll another insight check on her just to see? There's something like incredibly off about her. It seems.
yeah.
Okay. There's always on these like crucial moments. Every time. I have the
Yeah.
worst luck.
I mean, there's something off about her. She's probably, as far as you're able to tell with your experience through life, possessed by some sort of demon or devil.
Just cash.
I will keep my reservations quiet and keep an eye on her.
All right.
Just one though.
She's kind of looking across each of you, although she's now kind of looking a little sideways at Gideon because he is looking a little sideways at her. She just sort of nods at each of you and says, "Town square's that way. Town hall's that way. If you want the sheriff."
And the tavern.
What are you looking for? Some fire brandy?
Everything. Food, brandy, a bed.
Well, I did tell you where it was. Give me an intelligence check.
You know I'm a dumbass. I'm not going to remember.
All right, I don't feel so bad anymore.
She's looking at him, kind of trying to see what's going on with him. She says, "Oh, well, yeah, again, straight down there, on your right, soon as you enter you'll see it. Kelvin's Comfort, it's called."
Older, you remember that?
Yeah. It's fun watching you talk though. So just
No.
It's adorable watching the little ones struggle.
Listen, after Gideon gave the enemy a weapon, I'm a little baffled right now. My brain's not working properly.
We've been over this.
You gave the enemy a weapon.
You don't attack
weapons.
the unarmed. It's it's the right thing to do, Camille. It's the right thing to do.
They all pulled daggers out on us.
She didn't have a dagger. That's all I'm saying.
she just had a crossbow.
But she didn't have one in her hand.
Seems like you guys had fun.
Okay. I just want to make this clear.
Okay.
So you're saying if I put my sword down,
Yes.
I have free reign to beat the shit out of you.
No, you're hitting me. See?
I'm
Act of
unarmed.
violence. Your fists are boulders. Okay, don't lie to me here. One punch from you. I've seen you threw me through a door an hour ago. Okay? I know what your hands can do. All right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, Savara, you
Gideon.
missed a lot. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys had fun.
Shame. Should have been there.
Oh,
Hope
I
it was
had
worth
the
it.
best one.
Me and Boulder did good. Gideon here dislocated his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's
That's
Did
fine.
you touch yourself?
Do you remember that time that I
Yes, sir.
froze that person right in front of you before I stabbed you in the back? I just can't. I won't do that again if you want me to. It's fine.
Listen, I threw the spear going after the mother.
That's
After attacking the frozen one,
Mm.
I was a bit, dazed.
that's fine. You guys might
Spinning
not have
around and
morals.
throwing something, you're gonna lose your
I'm
balance.
getting a drink.
Yep.
Do your thing.
Tavern?
That's
Walking
what?
to the tavern.
Should we go to the tavern?
I'm gonna keep eyes on Ulgrich as we walk away.
Oh, she's not following you.
I know, but it just
Just like a.
I mean, yeah, she's already turned away from you
Hmm.
and is heading towards the next group of people that are walking through that seem like they're new to town. She
Yeah.
just gets, "Well met, travellers. Keep your fingers and extremities under wraps." Recites the same thing that
Wow.
she said to you.
what a fucking weird.
My way to catching up to Boulder, I give him 2 silver.
I didn't touch her, man.
Yeah, you didn't touch her.
Oh,
I
okay,
was-
okay. I thought you were betting on.
He was betting that you would touch her.
So, tavern or do we get the sheriff job done first?
I'm hungry. I'm cold.
Huh.
I
I want to drink.
The tavern, the
Right.
sheriff, we can do tomorrow.
I mean, I got a little coat, so I feel great.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I have?
So you get for having skills.
Dagger holes. It's great.
Okay.
But you missed out
Complain
on gold.
more. How much gold?
You know. How much, Camille? What do you think? Like 300? It was a lot, wasn't it?
Oh, cool. So drinks are on you. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm ready.
Well,
300.
Camille took all the gold. I didn't.
Whoa,
Drinks on you
hold on
guys.
now. Hold on now. Hold it.
Drinks on you guys.
300 gold. Where did this come from?
That's what. Never mind.
Everybody get your gold out.
Get your gold out.
Get it out. Put it in your hands. We'll count it. Because I can guarantee we don't have 300.
I don't.
Might have been
a
a miscount. Never mind. Wasn't 300. Looks like you have to pay, Savari. We're kind of broke.
I'll pay for my own. That's
Maybe,
fine.
maybe we can make her sing on the street.
Are we in the tavern yet?
I assume we're heading there,
Well,
right?
you're kind of heading up this main road kind of thing, which like heads down here. It's fairly long. It's probably like a 10-15 minute walk to get all the way down towards the central square, which is very clearly ahead of you and opens out to be
Gotcha.
the central hub of this trading hub town. So yeah, you guys can spend some time looking.
Urgency.
I say that we get a drink, a little bit of food,
Hmm.
and then we can go swing around and drop off a message to the sheriff,
If
and then
we have time.
It's
get
also-
more drinks.
That's
some more
urgent.
food. Is it urgent though? Because like it's they're not going to become undead, so like the message is it's still bad.
But-
Gideon, we have been in a tower for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
I
need
get
to
it.
real
I'm
food.
with you. We're drinking first, but it's not just a matter of dropping off a message. We're telling someone their loved one died.
Hold on now.
He might pop into the tavern.
It's not like we're a pigeon going in a window and dropping off a note. We have to sit there and tell
You can
them.
touch them?
That's
You can-
awkward. I'm not going to touch them. This is serious, Savari.
Okay. Sure it is.
What if Boulder died? Would you want to know 4 weeks later?
I mean, if I was hungry and drinking, I think he'd understand.
All right, I concede. Let's
It's
go
not
get
gonna
drinks.
change the fact that he was dead.
You implying I can die? That's hilarious. That's a good one.
Never mind. Anyway,
That's a
You're
good story.
silly.
All right.
let's just go get food.
Food,
But
drinks.
Gideon,
Mm,
don't try and be a goody two shoes now.
there's a line.
I know you're a paladin and all, and you've got your man in the sky mumbo jumbo thingy.
Whoa.
But
How do you know about that?
you told me. You said there's a big man in the sky. Remember when I asked if you could revive that one lady?
Nope. Don't remember any of that.
Wait, do you mean the giant that we rolled over with? Because that guy, I don't want to deal with that guy ever again. That was the big man in the sky, right?
No.
Okay.
Completely different thing. Anyway, Gideon, you got a little thing killed. Don't try being a goody two shoe now.
Thanks for
Yeah,
the
just
reminder.
drink instead.
Just do what I do. Run with it.
Hmm.
If you get into a fight, we get into a fight. If you cut off a head, you cut off a head.
I could
Even
use a
if it is a
fight right
penis.
now.
Cut off a dick, you cut off a dick.
Never
Yeah,
again.
that was never.
20 gold is 20 gold.
That was wrong.
No.
If you throw a dick, you throw a dick.
That was wrong.
You don't cut off someone's dick.
He was dead. Oh, dude, you killed him. You shoved your sword up his throat.
Yeah, but I didn't cut off his dick.
Like he's gonna need it in the afterlife.
You
He
threw
might.
a
Ghost
dick at
get
me,
down.
Camille. You threw an ogre dick at me.
Yeah, he did.
If it was Boulder, he would have done the same.
No.
No, hold
I
on.
believe
think
him
that's
this time.
it too.
I would not have touched that. I would have left it where it was.
I
Absolutely.
picked it up by the spear that was in it.
Was it funny? Yes. Would I have done it? No.
You're a liar. I know for a fact you would have done it.
I don't know. You do not know that at all.
I mean, you got to throw Gideon through a door. I guess that's all right.
Are we passing any like more fur merchants or like clothing merchants to get a bit more like things? Are they any down this like walkway, Brad?
Give me a perception or an investigation check, whichever you.
Well, let's see how this perception one goes. Oh no, that's great. I won't need to do it.
Yeah, like heading down, there are some traders that have like furs and stuff on the backs of their carts and things, but it's more like they're heading in to sell them on.
Okay.
Doesn't look like there's any like market stalls or anything that actually sell it. Probably all of that is ahead of you in the more sort of bustling central area of town.
Okay, because I'm assuming that my jacket isn't keeping me as warm as it could be if I got more stuff.
I mean, that would be the case with anything. Yeah, the more
Just
clothes you have on, the warmer you are.
I want to get that nice scarf.
Okay, you want to get a scarf. All right.
Yeah.
Then...
Fur scarf.
Yeah, no, there's probably a marketplace in town somewhere that is more sorted to selling things, but it doesn't appear to be on this stretch.
Okay.
Is there a blacksmith in the city?
Maybe. Don't think you would know. So, because I don't think you guys had any information on this place, right? When you did all your checks previously.
No.
Yeah.
Can I actively keep an eye out for a blacksmith, an alchemist, and a potter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. If you see those things when you're in certain parts of town, I'll like tell you, and you'll
oh, okay. I just rolled the perception check for it, so.
Yeah. I was just gonna say.
Just want to point out that my check was really good.
Fuck it that it was a nat 20. It's just I thought that was leading to a
If you see one, you'll see it first.
Okay.
But no, like heading along this part of the road, I think the only thing of use that no, there's not really anything. There is none of you are particularly religious, but there is a sort of strange looking temple type building along the way, which is the B4 on there. So as you pass that, that's definitely some sort of temple. You can give me religion checks if you're interested walking past it, but I don't know if any of you are going to be hugely bothered.
Nerd.
Gideon, the nerd, walks past, and you'll see depictions and priests and people moving around with vestments that have symbols and stuff on that represent the three gods known as the Triad, which is Tyr, Torm, and Ilmatar, the god of endurance, the god of courage, and the god of justice. So yeah, that's a general idea. If you were a kind of more righteous paladin, you'd probably be something to do with one of those. But yeah, so that seems to be what this temple is dedicated to. But you guys are looking for a tavern. As you guys head along a little further, you do enter into this kind of much more central open area. You'll probably notice that there is a market right at the center as you come in here. That area that's B7 and all of this part around here, looking down past the much larger buildings that are situated in this central area and the pure bustle of just everyone who's converging on this point in town. A lot of the traders' carts, people with backpacks and stuff that seem to be selling things. A little Khajiit in the corner, selling all sorts of things. You'll see that this is a huge marketplace. There is people that look like they sell. What was you looking for, Gideon, on the 21?
A potter, a blacksmith, and an alchemist.
There is those people there.
Okay.
Though you are the only one that can see it from this far away. Specifically, you're like, wow, that one's selling pottery and that one's selling that.
Even though he's the smallest of the group.
I can tell from the one strand of smoke.
I'm just going to make a mental note of where they are.
You can see through everyone's legs and what's on each of the market tables. Whereas the rest of you just kind of focus in and see Kelvin's Comfort, which is the inn. It's B8 on your little map there. And it's quite clearly a tavern. There is people moving in and out of it. And there's also that kind of familiar laughing restaurant noise tavern atmosphere coming from the building. Above the great big oaken door is a sign with a tankard of ale.
Guess we head on in.
Yes.
We're going in?
We go in.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
starved, thirsty. You guys head into Kelvin's Comfort. So this is, I guess you guys would probably recognize it to be a dwarven establishment, at least in terms of, especially you, Gamil, in that a lot of the things that seem to be available behind the bar is all dwarven ales and brandies and things like that, as well as just your basic ales. There is a big flat common room in front of you. It does seem to go upstairs to an upper area, but it's more likely to be the owner's home as opposed to it being a place where you would stay. There's a big dwarven battle hammer, which sits above a fireplace at the back. And the place is pretty much heaving. It's just full to the brim with people and merchants and sellswords and drunk-looking northerners, various mostly human and dwarven people around, though that will be the same generally while you're here in Brin, Shander. That seems to be the most common of the races here. Behind the bar, there is a tiny dwarf who could be mistaken for a gnome, if not for the ridiculous, thick, stout nature of his dwarven features, his bulbous nose, his flowing red, bristly hair, and thick, gimli, braided-looking beard. Though he's very, very short, and as you approach the bar, you barely probably notice him until you get right up on top of it, and there he is, looking up with a tankard and a rag in one hand, gives each of you a nod. Doesn't say anything.
Finest bro.
Four
What
of
do
them.
you guys want?
Four.
I'm gonna, if you guys say that I have to buy my own drinks, I'm just gonna, excuse me, would anyone here like to buy Savari the Great a drink, please? One of the greatest musicians to grace your presence. I'll play something later, just gotta get a little.
Make that,
You know what I'm
make
saying?
that 3, I guess.
I wonder what she did with the dwarves outside.
Probably seduce them with a dagger.
Can I
Give
see
me
if that works?
persuasion. Give me persuasion.
Persuasion? Would it be performance or would it be persuasion?
It would be persuasion.
Damn it. Okay. Okay.
It's like an AOE persuasion check.
Hello.
To the right of you, there is actually just sat in front of the fireplace that I mentioned with the warhammer. There is probably, I would say, if you were to just do a general scan of the room, the most noble looking of the people here. Not necessarily a noble, but probably one of the more well-off people here. Aging, though not old. He has sort of like slicked, fairly long salt and pepper hair, fairly well-trimmed beard, and strong-looking features. He's wearing like a set of like half-plate armor, though it's covered in furs, and he has a maul sat next to him. He stands up and heads on over. I'll buy you that drink, milady.
Is he handsome?
Give me a D20 with advantage.
Roll for hotness.
What's my advantage on it?
Roll twice and take the higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good looking for an older looking gentleman.
That's fine. She's a demon. Age doesn't
Can I
matter.
look,
What up? How's it going? Can I get a higher brandy, please?
I look to Boulder. I'm like, how much you want to bet she touches him?
Oh my god.
And I just
bets.
nope. That's a losing bet, and you know it.
I mean, well, yeah, fair enough.
I just tap him on the shoulder.
Hold it.
The older looking kind of noble, possibly. Give me insight checks, actually, you guys.
Okay.
Where you can work out just through being in the world. Get in, don't care.
Holy shit.
Wait, no,
Balder, Savari, you're. In fact, Balder, you're fairly sure this is a knight. Savari, this guy's definitely a knight.
Yeah, he is.
He actually looks like someone that you met previously a long, long time ago, maybe in another bar, maybe spoke to them or something like that. He doesn't look like them, but his attire and the way that he carries himself and some of the badges and things you actually would recognize. He's got a depiction on the right lapel of his fur coat type thing that he wears over his armor of a fist kind of holding the blade end of a sword, which you recognize to be part of the Order of the Gauntlet, which are generally do-gooder knights. They go around helping people, and they're part of the. They would be sort of part similar to Gideon in terms of a paladin, but less magical, more physical based. Though they do place their faith in that triad that we mentioned before of Torm, Tyr, Helm, people who are very much in line with justice and protection and stuff like that. So you recognize this to be somebody who's part of that knight order, generally very loyal people and good people, often around doing good and helping people in times of terror and stuff. You might see the Order of the Gauntlet show up. This guy seems to maybe be like somebody like that. He nods down to the tiny little barman and just says, 2 fire brandies. And the little guy looking up and then looks across the rest of you and just starts pouring out each of your drinks and things like that. This knight kind of gives a sideways glance at Gamil, kind of seems to be checking you out, and then turns back to you, Savari, and says, so what brings you this far north, milady?
Oh, just questing. Just had a horrendous trip here, honestly. I nearly died. But I held on out of sheer, force of will and just being just a tough lady I am.
I'm sure the gods have made sure that your beauty will remain here for as long as they deem fit. For us to look upon you. Is that a lute on your back?
Yeah, I play really well, actually.
Perhaps you could play us a tune later.
Yeah!
He reaches out a hand to take your hand and sort of lowers his head and says, the name's Sir Barak Nyleth, and it is a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's Savari the Great, but you can just call me Vari if you want. It's fine.
The little dwarf brings over the brandies first and sets them down. He says, join me at my table, won't you? He picks up yours and his drinks and heads over to the fireplace underneath that big battle hammer and leaves the rest of you behind, but not without another glance at you, Gamil.
I definitely make a lewd gesture to all the boys.
Well, can you show that gesture?
And then just run off.
Oh my.
No, I called that she was going to touch him. I didn't call that he was going to touch her.
Yeah.
That bet can still be on the table, but I am not putting it
going to be touching. We just.
And she doesn't get in trouble for it, but I do. Okay.
Consent, man. Consent.
I mean,
what did he say his name was? Do you guys catch it?
Honestly, no.
I think you probably will have done. I'll write it for you.
What I have known, it's Barak Niley or whatever.
Yeah, Sir Barak Nyleth.
All I know is he's got a pompous super quiff going on.
Yeah.
Feels like
I
he's
was looking at you. Kept checking you
I
out.
don't know. Maybe he's jealous of my beard.
Could be.
That's fair.
Real men have beards.
He's not a real man, then, is he?
I can't really grow one, but I would if I could.
No Boulder,
You make up for it in other ways, though. You moved to Boulder. I think that makes up for it.
I mean, that shows raw strength right there. But I think I know a wizard. He can probably help you with that if you want a beard.
Really?
The little dwarf brings over your ales. I think your ales, right?
Yeah.
He sets them down and then holds out a hand above you. Well, above
How
him.
much?
2 silver.
I'll throw him the 2 silver.
Pockets them. Goes about his business.
Actually, real quick before he goes away, can I probe him? Because I don't know how this is gonna work for the contacts
Whoa!
when we're into town.
I know Gideon's into touching, but you're into probing?
Can I ask him about finding a venue to fight to earn some cash?
Yeah, I mean, what do you say to him? He literally is turning away from you, like he couldn't care less that you three
Sir,
exist.
do you happen to know a place where one could earn some cash, maybe showing their strength to other people?
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, great. Fantastic. No.
He pops his head up, looks around the room, and then just nods at the back of the room, and then walks away.
All right, then.
Looking over to where he was sort of nodding at, there's a table with, of everyone here, probably the roughest looking people. They look borderline straight up criminal, ruffian. At best, they're mercenaries. 3 human dudes dressed kind of quite sparingly, considering they're in this cold environment. Scars, tattoos, rags for clothes mostly, a couple of short swords, a long sword on one of them, sitting around a table. A few chicken bones and empty mugs of ale while they sit and just seem to be speaking with surly looks across angry looking faces.
I'm gonna go over with my ale, just pat Gamil on the back and walk away, and then just kind of walk up next to him, sit down a little bit, smack the cup down. You look like the kind of folks who know where to find a fight.
Seems like you're looking for one. The biggest of the group, black beard rolling down the front of him, completely bald head, looks up. Fuck off, mate.
Fuck off, you say?
Whilst this is happening, I just poke Gideon on the shoulder. How much you want to bet Boulder's going to kick his ass?
I'm not betting against that. How much you want to bet we have to jump in, though?
I mean, I bet that battle axe on the wall. Denying it up, I want that battle axe.
Yours.
I think it's
Create
a
a
hammer.
distraction. I'll grab it.
You'll grab it, throw it to me. I whack one on the head.
Yeah.
Throw you my my glass of ale, and well,
And I'll drink it. Let's see how this goes. And we just kind of stare off at Boulder. What's happening?
He looks back up at Boulder. Yeah, fuck off. We're trying to have some lunch.
Tavares is giggle laughing in the background. Barrick! Oh my god. You're so funny. So handsome.
Well, if you happen to find time after lunch, if you want a real fight, come find me. Like you'd be fun.
He looks up at you, gives it a moment. Give me an intimidation check, actually. And looking up at you, all 3 of these guys just laugh. Yes, all right. Sit down, mate. Pull up a stool.
me and I'm just, oh,
They sit you down, and I guess over the next couple of minutes, you can discuss with them about the fighting pits, which can be found in this town, though it's more a timed thing in that you have to go there on certain nights and stuff like that. And the next fighting will be happening in 2 nights' time behind the House of the Triad.
Damn.
If you'll hear that one.
I'm gonna write that down.
Straight up behind the temple and everything.
Yeah.
The holiest of fights.
Yeah, right?
The divine punching.
But at least it's somewhere you know where it is. And that, yeah, these guys always go there, and that's a decent way to earn some money. Middle of the night, show up, and it'll be organized that you can join and stuff like that. What are Gamil and Gideon doing while Savari wanders off and flirts with Sir Barrick, and Boulder arranges to earn sick amounts of coin in.
We all found our boyfriends.
Yeah, mine is that dwarf across the bar.
I like the mysterious types.
Gamil, I really, tomorrow morning, with this shit, with the sheriff, I want to get this over with, done,
In the morning.
as
And then
fast
afterwards,
as possible.
We still need to find a blacksmith.
I'm gonna go find one tonight.
But I thought we were gonna get drunk.
Yeah, we are. But I mean, you know how
Streets.
they're right around the corner. Savari's got questions. Boulder will have
Savari's too
questions.
busy doing the deed with
That's
that
true.
fancy pantsy. Look at my hair. Look at my beard. Look at my armor kind of guy.
I just think
I'm a manly man. Look at me. I have armor.
if I get that order in sooner, we can have it picked up by tomorrow, rather than spend a week in the city.
That's actually the smartest thing you've said all. Well.
Yeah.
All 4 hours, I'm guessing.
Yeah, comes to me sometimes.
Right.
When I want something, I try and get it.
Well, how about this? Me and you go to the blacksmith.
Mm.
We don't get drunk before we go, because that would mean we'd get robbed and mostly ripped off.
It's a good idea.
We've put the order down.
Just
We come back, and then we
let me get drunk,
get drunk.
Hmm.
Have a few drinking games,
and we avoid the sheriff
until the morning.
until the morning. Stay the
Right.
fuck away from the deputy.
And
It's
also
like
stay
it's,
away from
it's
Zavari.
probably quite near the end of the day.
Okay.
I don't
It's
think
like-
it was.
7 p.m., 6 p.m.
I think it was like sunset around that time when we finished last time. I'm probably wrong, and someone will send me a tweet at some point and tell me.
Yeah,
because
I can't remember, but I feel like it was midday while we were doing all that. But if the
Oh, it was?
blacksmith, can I check if the blacksmith is open? I'm just gonna, down the drink and then slam it on the bar and start
Well,
walking out.
you of everyone saw that there was a marketplace full of different things, and that one of them looked like somebody who was selling blacksmithing things.
Okay.
Not necessarily like a blacksmith's, like a smithy where you could go and get it made. Not that there isn't one in town, just that there's somewhere that you can buy iron from, basically.
Okay, I'll still head there regardless. Coming?
Hi, and I neck the rest down, tops up.
Mm.
That was the most smallest drink I've ever had. Anyway, let's go.
Only 2 silver, and I guess we head out. What do we see in terms of the market? What kind of stores are here?
So the marketplace, as you head out of this, what's it called? The tavern. You see it's like the very center of town, as in it's circular, as in the town has come in, everything around you is all circular, and then there's this what would be a central square. To most towns, this would be the same kind of area, in that it's just a huge, rough, circular space right here in the dead center of the town, where there are every stall, foreign and local traders just selling their wares. Some sat on the ground with kind of like a Khajiit from Skyrim when you head up into that town. They're all sat there with their wares sat in front of them. Some with more elaborate looking market stalls. So essentially, you can see everything. What is it you're looking for? It might be easier to narrow it.
Well, I was actually hoping for ideas just in what you were listing off. I guess we'll just head straight over to the blacksmith, or the person selling rather the smithy tools.
It could take me forever to describe everything that's in a marketplace, but this is a good place to buy almost anything.
Okay.
Specifically, everything that can be found in the I don't know if I added them on here for you guys, but in the equipment and stuff, your adventuring gear equipment.
Yeah.
Let me see. Did I give it? This is the worst. I'm sorry. I apologize, everyone. I'm on this shitty. You don't. I'm gonna print screens and send it to you afterwards, Jay. and then on Tuesday when you DM, I want you to imagine.
Okay.
I can't find it, but in your PHBs, you've got like your adventuring items gear, which is all stuff like pots and pans and empty vials and stuff like that. There's areas here which are selling armor. There's areas that are selling swords and people selling potions and clothing. Trinkets.
Okay.
And it's again, it's just all different tents, wagons that are sort of partially covered and people hanging out and selling things. Food as well. There's food. There seems to be quite a lot of fish on sale. And a lot of campfires keeping all of these people warm outside in the cold.
If we can't find an actual blacksmith, I'll just go to the smithy retailer.
So you want to buy... Wait, what are you buying? I'm sorry. That's time I've asked you.
Just going to ask... Sorry. Just going to ask if they can repair these blacksmith tools. That we have.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, there's a couple of stalls look like they're local. A couple of humans stood behind them just selling swords and armor. And they look like probably the people to ask.
Okay.
One of which is a large-looking gentleman who looks like he's probably worked in a blacksmith's armory for his whole life. Lots of small burn marks over his face. Quite old-looking, graying beard.
Okay.
In hair.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll make it like just to shorten the time of it. I want them to repair the blacksmith's tools. I want to get 2 iron bars. I want to see if they can melt down the daggers that we have. And if Gamil is okay with it, then take his daggers as well. But I'm gonna keep 5 of mine. Small amount of pottery, like as in malleable clay, and 2 liters or gallons, whatever, of lantern oil.
Dear God, what are you making?
Like I said, I'll just speed it up so we don't have to go through the role playing and shit. If any of that is available, I'll take whatever I can find.
Give me a persuasion check for the entire conversation.
Okay.
As you speak to these people and they're listening to you and trying to work out what it is that you're making. The 2 people that seem to be running this kind of armories, stalls and stuff explain to you that there is a blacksmith in town that you can go to a physical place, and that's where they're doing all of the smelting and the smithing and stuff. They take all of this information on, they take your items, and they say they'll do what they can and to head back tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. All right. Do I owe them anything on the spot, or?
And it will be... Let's see how much all of that is going to cost.
As he's like going, how much gold do you have? 11? Okay, that's 12 gold.
You only have 11 gold?
I have 11 gold.
Really?
Dude, half of this stuff is listed as like 1 copper or 1 silver in the player's.
So you're not selling it to them. You're getting them to smelt it down. Is that what you were saying? Or you're trading?
Yeah. The daggers, I want them to smelt them. I want iron bars out of them.
You want 2 iron bars out of the daggers?
Yeah.
And you want them to fix your blacksmith's tools?
Yeah.
And that's it?
And that's it.
And you want some pottery?
Yeah, I'll go to the various shops, right? Like I said, I'll speed it all up.
Yeah.
I'll spend an hour doing it.
So, I mean, this is definitely going to cost you more. For those 2 things alone, 20 gold.
All right. We'll repair the blacksmith tools and be on our way.
15 gold.
Camille.
That's where the cost is.
I've got 11. Do you have any gold you want to put towards the blacksmith tools?
Can I just say, fuck you, Brad?
Yeah, he's tried. He's fucking with us. We will get these repaired for him.
Well, he's gonna make
he's
gonna make something that's like a game-breaking thing.
No, dude. Okay. No. The blacksmith tools.
A homing missile or something. He's going to do it because he's going to crit on the creation of it.
I am going with what this is just to repair the tools for Gamil.
It has to cost Yeah.
I will. I'm actually DMing you the design for what I'm making with the other stuff, so you can check that DM when you will. That's just when we get the materials. But does Camille, do you fork up any gold to get that repaired?
I'll give the 4.
Okay. There we go. So there's 15 gold. I just spent all 11 of my gold. There's 15.
All right. Yeah.
Don't
so
worry, I'll buy you a drink when we get back to the tavern.
or a couple materials.
They agree to do it. They say head back tomorrow, and they point you across the market to a potterer who's selling all sorts of pots and pans and pot ceramics.
Before we leave, can I ask them? I don't suppose you know where I could get my axe enchanted.
Persuasion check. No.
Nice.
69.
I'm afraid not.
Optimal rolls right there.
That's better than a nat 20.
Seemingly, there's nowhere in town to
Sexier.
get your axe enchanted.
Sexy as
Brin Shander. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Not much of a magical town. It is a lot more like somewhere that you might be familiar with, Gamil, because it looks like it's a very dwarven area. They deal more in iron than magic and all that elven dilly-dally, shilly-shally, wish-wash.
Well, that was worth a try. Gideon, did I tell you I want to get it enchanted?
No.
Well, remember when we was in the cave?
Which one?
The one with the ogre female.
Okay. Yep.
You know when I jumped off of Boulder's shield in the air? Imagine that.
Okay.
Something even bigger than an ogre.
Like a giant.
Boulder. No, well, is there anything bigger than that?
A mountain. You can't kill a mountain, though.
I'd like to try. But anyway, let's say a giant. Imagine Boulder sends me flying into the air. High enough so I can get a decapitation. But as a bonus, as like a flare, flames are roaring out of my axe. Imagine it. It would be beautiful. It would make all the doors in the kingdoms jealous.
Savari.
It would even make Savari's man jealous.
She would sing songs about that. I'm just gonna fist bump him, thinking of the badassery. Yeah, one day I'll find out what to do with this anchor. It works for now.
I've already found one game-breaking use for it. Well, what else is there?
How is it game breaking? Listen, this is all on the DM.
This weapon
Now
I
I'm
can
gonna get
throw that's
2
not
things
supposed to
of
really be
rope.
thrown, but sure.
2 things of rope to make it go even further.
Now,
This is all on the DM, man, not on me. I just asked very nicely.
I'm barely a human at the moment, let alone a DM, so good luck with
My
all this
IRL
crazy
persuasion check was 20.
All right, so you
As
guys head around the market. What is it you wanted from the potter's place? Just some
Like malleable clay that I can water and then form into a shape.
You just want the straight up clay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you buying anything else?
No, not from them.
These
For
places?
in general, if I guess now that I have no gold, just let me know what the price of the clay, the lantern oil, and just clay and lantern oil would be.
Clay and lantern oil. Clay and
As we
lantern
head back to the
40
tavern.
gold.
I don't know what you're doing now. Like it.
Dude, it's not gonna break the game. Not yet.
It's fine. It's fine. You guys can do all sorts of crazy shit. I prefer it.
Savari can fucking strum a guitar and knock somebody back 500 feet if she wanted eventually.
That's
Yeah.
We
my
should give
boy.
you a gun.
So you
I'm not making a gun, dude. Well, that's why I asked if black
The
black
gun was already
gunpowder.
in the inn. It's fine. We can go back and get it.
The gun was
There's,
back
a,
in
there's
the-
a few guns.
you can make an atom bomb if you wanted. If Savari can do that.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a justification.
That's my atom bomb spell, right? That's where I just play a G chord.
Didn't you like melt some dude's brain 2 sessions ago? Like,
I did by yelling at him.
but an atom bomb is ridiculous. Come on. What is this,
Matt-
a fantasy
Probably,
world?
if you got real clever, make an atom bomb out of the stuff if you use magic instead of science.
Is that a challenge?
It is.
I don't think any of
no.
us are exactly magic proficient.
All right. So you want how many?
Fine.
How much of this stuff?
2 liters of lantern oil and just, I'd say, a pound of clay.
4 silver.
Picking them up right now.
4 silver.
4
You've
silver.
got- they are in your inventory.
Oh,
You buy them from a very small, tiny little lady,
Yeah.
human lady, small, probably still much bigger than you, but very small in human terms. And she sells you all these bits and pieces and
Okay.
waves you off, wishes you a good day.
Perfect. And then we head back to the inn.
Back at the inn,
What up?
the wonderful-looking Sir Barrick, who was an 18 out of 20?
Yeah.
Is,
That Grizzled Daddy, though.
Please.
He's spoken to you a little bit just about like who you are, where you're from.
Yeah.
He's shared that he's from all over and stuff like that. Similar kind of story, in that he has always been in service to Tyr. He's very religious. It's probably the only downside to this man.
Oh.
Um,
Flirting with the demon, but super religious.
well, you're not a demon. You're just an ancestor of something that happened with some demons. You're all right.
We all have our demons.
Yeah. I also never really play the world where tieflings are just hated and stuff because I just feel so bad for them. I'm like, nah, they're people like tieflings because they look great to me, you know? I wouldn't hate a tiefling. If I met a tiefling, I'd be like, you're the coolest person I've ever met. So that's what happened to all of the NPCs in my world as well.
Nice.
Eventually he turns to another subject and speaks to you about the people that you're traveling with. Specifically, he asks, the dwarf you're traveling with, what's his name?
Oh, his name's Gamil.
Where's he
Yeah.
from?
Some dwarf. Honestly, like I don't know much about these guys. I just started hanging out with him for a while. But he does like cutting off heads a lot. Like he really goes for it. And
Ever
dicks.
seen him steal anything?
Steal anything? No.
Take from
No.
others?
No, God no. None of us are faves at all, so.
You're certain his name isn't Warvel?
No. Who's that? Who's that?
A criminal. I've
Oh.
been searching for him for a long time.
You know what? Our group is the utmost kindest, gentlest, didn't thieve from anyone ever. Like we are out there doing the Lord's work, I'll tell you what.
At that exact moment, I want to be with my group. I take my dagger and I start like stabbing it between all my hands, and like shit, like looking over Savari a little bit.
I mean, this guy doesn't look unintelligent.
Whilst this is happening,
Oh.
Gamil just has like oh,
You're not there.
no, like
Oh, you
just one of those feelings. Just
while Gideon's haggling for pottery, you have a strange feeling. I mean, yeah, he's so Sir Barrett kind of does glance over at Boulder, who's hanging with most definitely the worst people in the bar. All of them are just all stabbing each other and punching.
just turn his face.
I couldn't be happier. I'm home.
Give me a deception check, please, Safari.
Okay.
Imagine, like, we're the kind, just dagger through the eye, like, as
He
Baldur's
says,
punching everyone at the table.
Jesus Christ.
While looking at Boulder and stuff, he looks back to you and says, well, that's good, I suppose. It's remarkable he fits the description of Warvel, also known as the Weevil.
The Weevil?
Yes.
I mean, maybe he knows of this Weevil. Is there something going on there with you personally?
Nope. I was sent out on a quest. Find the Weevil, bring back his head. And the rest of the brigands he rides with.
Oh, gosh, no. No Weevils here. We are Weevil free. I'll tell you that much.
He looks you up and down again and says, so, how long are you in town?
I mean, how long are you in town?
And then he just clicks his fingers and orders 2 more brandy. Boulder. On your table, you've met these 3 guys. The one that you're speaking to is called Gar. That's his GS.
That's an S.
Good sir, but the yes is silent.
I've had this laptop for an hour. My fingers are not used to the thing. Gar, not Gzer. You probably ascertained that they're actually mercenaries, not actually thieves, but they are kind of like the low-level mercenaries that will absolutely kill a child for some money, you know. The right amount of copper.
The real state.
I happen to have plenty of copper.
20 copper.
Hate for children.
They are above board. They're mercenaries, though can be hired as hitmen, and they just travel around. They're not actually from the town either. They are staying at the Gelden Stag's Rest, and they Gar turns to you and says, "Listen, you've been hanging around with them lot that we saw you come in with, right?
Yeah.
You should join us."
Why is that?
Well, how much gold you getting out of them? What you found so far? You look like you've only got copper.
Well, you're not wrong. But there is a lot more to what I got going on than money.
We split it fairly between us.
I'm disappointed. Thought you were real fighters.
What? How would you run it?
I'm just saying there's more to life entirely than just money. A good fight, so I'm looking for.
Fighting and money.
That's about it.
What about women?
Not many women look at me the same way they look at you, eh?
What about that one? The sexy one with the loot.
No, you can go talk to her as much as you want. She'll be A-okay with you, I'm sure.
He just laughs and says, "Well, I ain't messing with him." Like, looks over at the fucking massive looking knight.
Yeah, what's his deal, by the way?
I don't know. Looks like he's part of the God Squad. Fuck him.
God Squad.
Fuck him. Take my drink.
Halo 3 all over again.
Good.
He looks at you and says, "What are you doing here then, you lot?"
We came from Nightstone. We're here to deliver a message from someone who died there.
Fucking hell. How much is that paying?
I got this sword. So, pretty good for me.
It's a nice sword.
Yeah.
How much is it worth?
Nothing you can pay.
You don't know how much I got, son.
It's not gonna happen.
Nah, I probably couldn't afford it. Can't even afford this here beer.
Don't worry. I got you.
Too kind for your socks, you are. And then he pulls out a little pouch and slams it, and it's just full of gold. The gold spills out over the top. Nah, I got plenty of money, me. Got some hidden away, some back with the wife, back with the other wife, and back with my third wife.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. If you keep all your money in one place, you're gonna lose it. That happened to me earlier, but I've learned. Now I got some of my shoes, some of my gloves. The gloves that are uncomfortable. I don't recommend that.
The brigand or whatever he is kind of leans in again and says, "Listen, while you're in town, maybe you can help us out. You can have a bit of this here gold.
What are we doing?
We're looking for someone. She's one of the Harpers. You know who the Harpers are?"
Pretend like I don't.
He looks around again, lingers a little bit on the knight that Savari sat with, but he's bringing back 2 brandies and sitting down and seems vaguely enraptured with Savari's company for now. And he says, "Listen, the Harpers, they're a bunch of spies, basically. Abuse a bunch of power, magic, stuff like that. Give me an intelligence check or a history check if you. I don't know if you're.
Which is better in this situation? Isn't intelligence or what? History?
It'd be the same thing, but if you're proficient in history, you can roll with that.
I have a thing, so it's a little better for history.
11. So you probably know a tiny little bit about it. So recently-ish, there was a kind of huge thing that went down with dragons. It was literally a previous Wizards module that you could run called Tyranny of the Dragons. And essentially this is where Tiamat, who's just this big badass evil dragon, tried to take over the world. There was lots of dragon attacks and stuff like that. And the Harpers, although sort of a fairly neutral company, helped out with that. I don't know how much more you would know on an 11. So they're generally not really as bad as this guy seems to be making out, but he continues, yeah, right bunch of fuckers. Anyway, one of them's in town, got information on me and some other people we know, and we're looking for her. If you find her, bring her to us.
And what do I get?
Gold, mate. All the gold you could ever ask for.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
7 pieces of copper.
7 pieces of copper.
Speaking of life.
Worth more than gold.
He says, we've been here for about 3 weeks, though. Can't find her. No idea where she is. Her name's Eldora, which is a stupid name if you ask me. She's got a weird foreign-sounding accent I don't trust, and neither should you. And he looks over to so of the 2 people here, one of them looks fairly similar to Gar. He says, he sort of nudges him and says, this is my brother. His name's Gazar. And Gazar kind of pushed over a little bit because he's a lot smaller than his bigger, rougher looking older brother. He says, he reckons he saw her in the marketplace, crawling around on the ground like a snake. Don't know why. I don't believe him. He's drunk all the time. Isn't that right, Gazar? He hits him again. Gazar just looks over and looks at you. Gazar's been drinking water the entire time you've been here in the inn. And they give you a sort of description, essentially, of what she looks like. She's a tanned woman. Let me write this. Beldor. Tanned. Curly black hair. And crawls around on the ground like a... and then, he says, I ain't never seen her. But apparently she's here. So if you see her, bring her or kill her. You can kill her if you want.
That's always more fun.
I ain't complaining. I'd rather question her, but if you want to kill her, you can kill her. I don't mind.
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to kill her or not? That's drop my drink.
But if she's crawling around and crawling away from you, then kill her. If
why is she crawling? I don't know.
That's what he said. Gazar just puts his head down, looks back up. It's not quite what happened, but shut up! He hits him again with the elbow. And then, he looks at you and says, right, another round. And the dwarf starts pouring drinks. And it's at that point that Gideon and Gamil head into the inn. But as you do so, there is a terrible crash from outside. A very, very loud bang. And then a huge scream erupts, and by huge scream I mean from multiple people, not from one large person. As the mood that you feel suddenly in the inn and also generally in the town as you're heading in suddenly changes abruptly. Something's amiss. There's this sudden blast that catches everyone by surprise, and then there's a kind of a shivering and a rumbling from all around. As pedestrians suddenly start running and screaming as all this noise suddenly picks up from outside. Give me perception checks, all of you.
Uh-oh.
What up?
What up? The from. So, Boulder, you don't hear this with any clarity, but the rest of you hear from outside. You hear a voice. Boulder shouts something. The rest of you hear a voice that shouts, "Surrender Arturus Keimer or die!" And it bellows across the town. It's ridiculously loud. To anyone listening, it probably sounds like something like a giant is shouting. And that's where we go to our break.
Oh, shit!
For fuck's sakes.